Hi, I'm Vanessa Blakesley. I'm a fiction writer and sometimes book reviewer and essayist and poet.
My name is Susan Bewis. I'm a poet. I also write creative nonfiction.
Hello, I'm Daljit Nagra and I'm a poet.
I definitely do come in and set up my notebooks and my computer in a certain place, but then I very often find I go in a different area of the room to write my first drafts. In this space, for instance, I gravitated toward the bed with my notebook, and then once I'd written a few pages, I would go back to the desk, and the desk is sort of where I go to revisit what I've just composed. It resembles my space at home. It's kind of startling how that happens. It's always sort of an organized mess, and I find that I think that's I need to work in a sort of organized mess. I mean, I know where everything is. When you're actually writing, it can be a very visceral experience. Very, your physical surroundings can greatly influence you. So, yeah, who knows? You could be working on a scene and your eye falls on something on your desk, maybe an odd item, and there it is in your story.
One thing that I like about my room is the minimalism of it. There wasn't a lot here to begin with, and I didn't bring that much along with me, so in my opinion, it's still quite spare. I try to keep my workspace as clean as possible because I feel that it focuses my attention, and I'm prone to distraction. I'm not using as much color as I used to use when I worked at home and looked out the window. I had a large window. There's livestock out there. There's lots of wildlife, and I'm very distracted by that, and it finds its way into my writing. Here I'm facing a white wall, and I'm finding the color is leached out of my writing since I've been here. And that's fine. I'm okay with it.
I almost always write on the sofa. I tend to write against my legs. So I think in a sense I write from my body, from my legs. And I tend to write quite lively, fast poems, so I can always relate it to my legs, I think, when it's sort of running poetry. I've never used a literal desk before. The animal that works for me is I'm a dark, sinister creature who's working through the night, and therefore he doesn't want to use a practical, noticeable surface, so nobody knows where I really work. And I like that at home because then my children can't dismantle my desk space. I have young children, so that way it's just much more practical for me not to have a desk.